The screening programme we've been running for the best part of 2 years now is the bowel screening programme, which has been really successful. I remember when we were first approached and they were asking us if we had any ideas about how we might improve bowel screening. We have a mosque just 2 minutes walk away. I thought, well, that seems a sensible place to start. So I went there and they were great. They were just brilliant. They were immediately saw the benefit of taking it on board, and they were keen to get involved. Screening rates have increased by nearly 12%.
We got invited along today to give a little talk and bring some information along that's in easy read format, because some of the customers have limited comprehension abilities. And one hopes now that the people in the group will go away more aware of what signs and symptoms, but we'll also mention this at home. When they're talking about what they've done today, they will have a chat with parents and carers, and it just slowly, our whole aim is to slowly get that message out there into the communities, into the family homes, so that cancer's not a dirty word, that it's not something that's brushed away, that it's talked about and addressed as early as possible, really.
By definition, most of the vague symptoms are not the traditional surgical, it's a lump that hurts or bleeds or causes a blockage. There's a lot more nuance around it. And what we really needed was a general physician to turn to rather than a surgical team.
But I have to say, in this particular case, the pathway's been fantastic, both from a clinical and from a patient perspective. Whereas previously we might have had individuals that we needed to refer down a specific symptom pathway, a specific disease pathway, and end up with a negative diagnosis ruling out a cancer over a 2-week wait. We now have the ability to know exactly how to refer someone with non-specific symptoms in, and know that at the end of it we're going to get a definitive answer and understand how we can treat that individual.
We're making optimal use of the information, optimal use of diagnostic resource, and more importantly, optimal use of the patient's time.
The key thing here is using the equipment that the CCG has provided for you allows consultant dermatologists to triage with great accuracy and efficiency. The key messages really are that we in secondary care are reliant upon good quality images in order to give you an accurate opinion.
And then from there, just type in the patient NHS number from the medical records. Okay, click next and save that. And all the photos, along with the NHS number, will automatically be transferred to the cloud.
We've had a huge amount of interest up and down the country from other CCGs, other secondary care providers from Scotland all the way down to Cornwall about how we're running this service. And so we really are leading the way in advancing skin cancer care for our patients here in Leeds. So a huge thank you to everyone.
We recognised in our area that we had a number of patients who were living with cancer. This is a good news story in that patients have been diagnosed early, received treatment, but we're now survivors and living with the diagnosis. We recognised that this group of patients had specific needs that were not currently being met through current cancer services in the city, but also within our own primary care settings.
The benefit of seeing somebody that isn't where it's not a medical intervention, you know, it's being able to talk about you and how you are, and you know how you could be better.
later presentations of cancer can be different survivorship needs, and it would be fantastic to see other areas of the city receive the benefit that we have.
I think the HNA has been a wonderful development. I think some of the best benefits are that it's shared among people outside the trust, the community, professionals. I think that's been really helpful. And I think from a patient point of view as well, they don't have to repeat all their information over and over again, because a lot of it is there for everybody to see.
All the CNSs are doing the same HNA throughout the trust. It's easy to find on PPM Plus.
It saves time, it's user friendly, and it's much more accessible to all sorts of people within the trust and outside the trust, and it benefits the patient.